Welcome back to Lisbon and the Stadium of Light. That's the man whose goal divides the sides, Carlos Martins. It's only his second strike for his country. It's only his 9th cap. He's something of a late developer in international terms. Only his 9th appearance tonight at 28. And it was a fine effort from Martins, who was involved in the build-up to the move. Wasn't the best ball in truth, but Ronaldo made it work. Surprised Casillas, and Martins following up to score. Get the impression there's plenty more football left in the game. Well, there's one change. Nani is on, number 10. And so too is Carlos Marchena for Spain. Also Pepe for Portugal. Raft of changes from both coaches, not unexpected, truth to tell. And Patrício is going to make his Portugal debuting goal in place of Eduardo. Big moment for the Sporting goalkeeper. Paulo Bento giving him his head here. Ramos, one of those players who hasn't been replaced. 22 years of age, Patrício. That's a nice moment. Start together, of course, at Real Madrid, Luis Figo and Iker Casillas. So, are the world champions about to lose to their neighbours here? 45 minutes to stop that happening, but they'll need to find at least one goal after that Carlos Martins effort just before the interval. Here's Puyol. Confirmation of these changes on your screen. Patrício for Eduardo, we knew that one. Laid off by Fernando Torres, who's also come on at half-time, the Liverpool striker. Also bigged out with ankle ligament damage, but it's been assessed by the medical staff in the Spanish camp and pronounced okay. Forward by Iniesta. Iniesta again, still going, nicely done, worked out wide. 3 waiting in the middle, it didn't reach any of them. Looks like Cesc Fabregas has also come on for Spain. He was involved in a move that very nearly brought the equaliser. That was Fabregas. Made off by Busquets. Alonso. I don't think the change in personnel will make any difference to the way that Spain play. We saw some evidence in the first half of their pass and move football, sometimes a bit too much of it, too near their own goal, but they did cause Portugal problems. A couple of chances for Villa, great chance for Silva. Shot from distance, and just for a moment, Patrício was in trouble. He was a long way off his line. What a nightmare start that would have been for the debutant, to be beaten from 50 yards inside 3 minutes of his debut. We've seen Alonso do that and score from there several times in his career. Marchena is on for Piqué. Torres for Villa. I'll show you the rest shortly. That is Marchena. Did well under pressure. Cleared away by Casillas. Torres didn't quite know where the ball had gone, nor did Pepe. Fabregas on for Xavi. Meantime, it's going to be 2-0, is it? Yes, it is! Turned in by Postiga. Moutinho with the cross. It may have got a deflection, but Portugal have doubled their money. Postiga will definitely claim it. And Spain caught cold just after the restart, as they were right at the end of the first period. Moutinho's burst into the box was the catalyst, and nothing at all that Iker Casillas could do about it. Clearly onside. Beautiful ball turned back to Moutinho, and Postiga with a clever little flick. It was Nani's original ball through. It came off Sergio Ramos, but it's definitely Postiga's goal. And how clever was that? Nothing that Ramos could do but just help it in. 2-0 Portugal against the world champions. And I think they're enjoying themselves. "49 minutes, the official goal time." And even without the substituted Cristiano Ronaldo, they've been able to double their advantage. Ricardo Carvalho is the other player that's come off, by the way, for Portugal. No real surprise there. He was struggling with an ankle injury. Confirmation there that Nani has replaced Ronaldo. And that's going to be a free kick for a not very subtle challenge. Moutinho a little fortunate not to have been cautioned tonight. 3 or 4 of those now. Right through David Silva. Well, Spain need to get back in the game and do it quickly. Puyol is amongst those forward. Alonso will take the free kick. Ramos is there. Marchena is there. Alonso to deliver. It's good work from Pepe. Might be a break on here for Portugal if they play it right. There's no flag here. It's Nani. Oh, he went for the chip when maybe putting it into the far corner with some pace might have been the better option. That was Pepe doing enough against Sergio Ramos, who got a bang in the face. Could he have put his laces through it? He certainly could have done. In the end, he got nothing really on the chip. Problems for Vicente Del Bosque. Lovely touch from Postiga, and it was almost right under Ramos's studs before he knew what was going on. Confirmation of that other Portuguese change. Pepe on the ball now. Has come on for Carvalho. So 3 changes from each team at half-time. They've still got 3 in hand, of course. 6 allowed in friendlies these days. Given away to Alonso. First touch a bit heavy. Portugal looking really dangerous on the break in the second half. Here's Nani. Oh, it's nearly the perfect ball. It's a terrific run from Pereira. Just couldn't get on the end of it. It's going to be end-to-end stuff, I fancy, in this second half. Didn't reach Torres. Move kept alive. Here's Iniesta. Thought fleetingly about the shot. Alonso will shoot. Went for placement rather than power. Just wide from the Real Madrid man. Well, a hugely entertaining start to the second half. Both sides could have scored. In the end, only Portugal have. Over Puyol, and Portugal wanted a free kick. They're not going to get it. This would be a terrific result for Paulo Bento if he could engineer a victory over Spain. Do wonders for his team's confidence. Here's Capdevila, though. Not the best ball. Mentioned that Portugal drew their first game in European qualifying 4-4 at home to Cyprus. They lost to Norway, but they're on the attack again here. Postiga. Beautiful ball, he just couldn't get there at the far post. It was Nani coming in. Almost looked like he hesitated for a moment. This was the skill from Nani initially. They're playing some wonderful stuff going forward, the Portuguese. Postiga's cross, just look at Nani. I think he was on his heels initially. Had he gambled and attacked that, he might have got to it. Now the action switches to the other end. You can't take your eye off it. 3 against 3 here. Torres waiting in the middle. It's not going to reach him. Good challenge on Cesc Fabregas by Pepe. Iniesta. Alonso. Capdevila. Good advantage played by the referee. Here's Silva. Torres trying to wriggle his way through. There were 2 defenders blocking his path, and between them they saw him off. Nowhere for Nani to go. Paulo Bento has masterminded victories over Denmark and Iceland since he took charge. And under Del Bosque, Spain have made the perfect start in their group. Victories over Liechtenstein, Lithuania and Scotland, as they look to ease through and have the chance to defend their European crown. Poland and Ukraine in 2012. Alonso for Cesc Fabregas. Offside flags up. Didn't think there was that much in that. He spotted the run of Torres pretty early. Just couldn't quite play the pass. There it is. Tell you what, that is very, very tight. They're told to give any doubt to the attacker. Meanwhile, the goal scorer, or the first goal scorer, Martins, has a problem. That right shin. Marchena it was with the challenge. I don't think he was too impressed with it either. Large contingent from Spain are here. Iniesta is coming off. And in his place, Santi Cazorla, the Villarreal midfield man. And Alonso is also coming off. Just waiting to see who's going to replace him. Another look at the Hélder Postiga goal. Terrific finish, really, wasn't it? To have the confidence to do that. Good cross from Moutinho. Really clever. He actually had Nani behind him, so Nani would have scored probably if Moutinho hadn't. Deep in concentration, Del Bosque. Needs a goal back. At the moment, his side have to defend. A corner for Portugal. Seated by Sergio Ramos. Corner taken short. Now they'll wish they'd have taken it more conventionally. Made a bit of a mess of that, Danny. Plays out in St. Petersburg now. Cazorla has replaced Iniesta. Confirmed there for you. And Llorente is on for Alonso. You see good goal-scoring form. Fernando Llorente as well. Capdevia's attempted cross was blocked. Silva to Capdevia. Now Cazorla, first touch. Busquets. Cazorla again. Well, was that a tug there? I think it was. It is a free kick to Spain. Portugal don't like it, but it looked fairly cut and dried. And an opportunity here for Spain to get one back. Bruno Alves. Well, maybe Torres made the absolute most of it, but certainly a tug. Sometimes these free kicks can be just a bit too close. Got to get it up and down past Rui Patricio, who will be desperate to keep a clean sheet in his debut, even for 45 minutes of it. Capdevia being shoved out of the Portuguese wall. He's allowed to stand wherever he likes. Capdevia. Fabregas is over it. Sergio Ramos is over it. And the referee's still not happy with what's going on in that wall. Not back far enough for one thing. Now getting a little impatient. Fabregas ran over it, Sergio Ramos hit it, deflection corner. It is difficult to get it over the wall and then back down quickly enough, just skim the top of the wall. Quite sure what Spain are complaining about. Well, it's not handball. Came off his shoulder, I think. Yeah. Certainly wasn't even looking at it. Just a corner then for Spain. That'll do Patricio's confidence a power of good. Very safe catch. And still no breakthrough for the European and world champions. We've played just over an hour and they find themselves 2 goals down. Free kick to Spain. Looks like another change. It's going to be Manuel Fernandes to come on in place of the man who scored the first goal, Carlos Martins. And he started the move. Ronaldo did superbly. Little trick to fool Busquets. Casillas couldn't hold it and Martins buried it. So his race is run, and the Valencia midfielder Manuel Fernandes is on. Attacking midfielder, there he is. Just his 8th cap tonight, scored a couple of goals for his country. And there's confirmation for you. I certainly wouldn't like to bet that there won't be any more goals in this game. Touched on by Raul Moreles. Cazorla. Cazorla again. Silva. Didn't really look Casillas when he played the pass. First touch for Fernandez. Strong in possession. Couldn't keep it in though. Morelos was there. Given away though. Casillas played behind Cesc Fabregas. Portugal have a chance to regroup. Silva. Capdevila. Busquets. Now Fabregas. Bit short the pass. And it's going to be a handball. A little bit fortunate there, Spain. As Fabregas' pass was a tad under hit. Silva. Capdevila on the touchline here. Silva's gone the other way. Looking for the nod down. Fabregas! Not far away. Scored at the weekend for Arsenal at Everton. And nearly repeated the trick there. It's a great knockdown. And a terrific effort. It's an awkward height. Won by Torres in the air. The goalkeeper was beaten. Just a whisker past the far post. Came off Nani, he didn't know much about it. Postiga. How on earth did he get through there? Pereira. Somehow he did. Portugal back on the attack. Nani waiting in the middle and Postiga. Well, that must... no free kick given. Oh, it looked like he was blocked off. The referee had a very good view of it. Here's Torres. Busquets. Home crowd whistling when Spain are in possession. I think it'll bother the Spanish unduly. Casillas. Oh, that was a dangerous ball to play. Only just missed out Postiga. Here's Busquets. Just that final ball that's eluding the Spanish at the moment. Oh, clever from Nani, really clever. Postiga. Too much on it. Pity, because Nani was coming in unmarked on the far post there. Morelos. Now Nani. That's Fabregas winning his 58th cap tonight. He's only 23. And he wasn't very far away from marking it with a goal either. Frightening how many caps he might win by the time he retires. Zubizarreta is the current record holder as far as Spanish caps are concerned. Here's Nani though. Postiga in the middle. This is Postiga. 3. They want offside Spain, they're not going to get it. And surely now the world champions are beaten. Nerveless finish from Postiga. His second. And Portugal's third. And you have to say tonight, defensively, Spain have looked distinctly vulnerable. Young was sort of sucked into no man's land. Gap between the centre halves. And that's a tidy finish from Postiga. Casillas appealing in vain for offside. It certainly wasn't that. Nani started it. My trainer got a foot in. Moutinho with the craft. And Postiga with the nerveless finish past Casillas for 3-0. Who would have predicted this scoreline? Not many. Might be a friendly, but Spain will be mortified to take this kind of a trouncing from their neighbours. We've still got more than 20 minutes to go. It's about pride now, you suspect, for the world champions. They can get one back. You never know. Capdevila. They were beaten 4-1 in a friendly by Argentina after the World Cup, but it was a second-string team and a long journey to get there. Neither excuse is valid tonight. Just like Del Bosque planning another change. He's only got one more. One in the air, convincingly, by Pepe. Free kick to Spain, though. It's Danny, who had a big part to play in the goal. Spain wanted to take that quickly, but referee says no, wait for the whistle. Still enough time for Spain to mount a comeback, but you fancy they need to score here. Puyol, Llorente, Torres, all forward. Fabregas to take. Excellent header away. I think it was Bruno Alves who got it clear. And here comes Pereira on the charge, with Nani outside it. Lovely nutmeg. Still going, Nani. A little bit late from Puyol, but Nani escaped. Postiga. Moving dangerously again, the Spanish. Fairly half-hearted appeals for a penalty. Fabregas, no way through Pepe. Crowd really enjoyed themselves, and why wouldn't they? Mentioned their poor record against Spain. Now then, what's happened here? Fabregas has left Pepe on the deck. Well, no lasting damage, I don't think. It's a card for Fabregas. And it wasn't too clever from the Spaniard, but you have to say Pepe made the absolute most of it. And a bit of afters involving João, Moutinho and Bruno Alves. Edge to this now. Well, technically, it might have been a penalty. Sergio Ramos definitely holding off his man. No question that he stopped Postiga getting to the ball there. Looks like Sergio Ramos' race is run. In fact, it's Puyol going off. And Alvaro Arbeloa is on, the Real Madrid defender. So that's the sixth and final change that Del Bosque can make. Still has two in hand, Paolo Bento. Nani. Not quite as many tricks as Ronaldo, but not far behind. Nani, nice football again from the Portuguese. Pereira keeps it alive. Helped on by Fernandes, but now they've lost it, and there could be a break on here if Torres plays it correctly. Llorente. Two waiting far post. It was an awkward one to retrieve. Fabregas didn't really have much of a chance of getting it back towards goal. Fernandes, who lost it initially, half redeemed himself with a challenge on Fabregas, who then got forward again but couldn't keep the ball in play. Ramos, Silva, three waiting in the middle, well blocked by Pepe, corner to Spain. Well, not in their wildest dreams did they expect their side to be 3 goals up against the world champions. It was almost a free volley for Torres, who's usually brilliant at that particular technique. Not that time. Rather symptomatic of his country's evening so far. Exactly quarter of an hour to go. Off his shin. Well, no hat-trick for Postiga, but a very healthy round of applause from the Portuguese crowd. And it's Hugo Almeida, the Werder Bremen striker, who's coming on. That was the first for Postiga. Really clever finish. And his 2 goals have put Portugal in complete control here. There's no flag, but the ball was just played fractionally too hard, allowing Patrício to come out and clear. Waiting on this side is Capdevila. Silva. Sergio Ramos. One thing we know about Spain, they'll never give up. Chainer for Casillas. Trying to get Torres in, but he was offside. Be a great evening for him, unless there is a spectacular comeback from Vicente Del Bosque's side. Rui Patrício will take the free kick. Casillas. Capdevila. There's going to be more of an urgency now, we suspect, about Spain. No chance for Silva from that angle. Almost a total miscue from the Manchester City man. Time starting to run out for the world champions as Patricio knocks it long. Casillas. Sergio Ramos. Needs some inspiration from somewhere, Spain. Out wide to Casillas. Most advanced position we've seen him in. And he was upended there by Pereira, unceremoniously. Been a few X-rated challenges tonight. No such thing as a genuine friendly between these two, even if they are jointly bidding to host the World Cup. Cesc Fabregas will take the free kick. Llorente is a genuine threat in the air. He decided to drive it low. Portugal dealt with it with a minimum of fuss. Won't quite go down as revenge for what happened in the World Cup, but it'll be a very satisfying victory nonetheless for the Portuguese if they can hold out here. Here's Capdevila. Free kick taken quickly. Fabregas didn't get the height he wanted. Llorente kept it alive though. Over Pepe's head. This is Casillas. Nice little dummy. And then dragged the shot. Patricio had it well covered in any case. Did that really well. That not quite so well. Still making plenty of noise, the Spanish supporters in the ground, but I think they know their side facing almost certain defeat here. Casillas. Fabregas. Silva. Fabregas again. Clever little chip forward. Torres. Casillas. That's dangerous. And the header was wide, free-headed too. Llorente lurking at the far post. Maybe could have gone back across the goalkeeper. Let's have a look. Well, he had to impart all the power on it himself. That was the problem. It was floated in, really, by Casillas. Went to beat Patricio at his near post and wasn't able to do it. Morelos. Not sure that Liverpool manager Roy Hodgson will be too impressed with Morelos playing 90 minutes tonight. Pereira. Fernandes. The Olays have started from the Portuguese fans. Here's Bruno Alves. Offside against Almeida. That's the urgency that they've been lacking, certainly in the second half, the Spanish. Another decision goes in Portugal's favour, foul on Bruno Alves. Fernandez. Pick out Nani with the pass. Spain, I mentioned that 4-1 defeat to Argentina. They also failed to win in Mexico with another post-World Cup friendly. Fabregas. Nani going back defending, taking out a corner flag in the process. Into Llorente, half a touch from Morelos. Silva. Torres tried to play him back in, picked off by Pepe. Sergio Ramos. Well, 5 minutes to go. I think even the most optimistic Spanish fans will realise now that their team are beaten. Here's Torres. Tell you what, you can't criticise Danny's work rate tonight. He's back there defending again. The striker. Fernandez. Casillas. It's nicely done. Llorente waiting in the middle if Torres can find him, but he can only find the gloves of Patrício. Really has been a solid display tonight for the Portuguese. Another free kick for them here. Opportunity for Paulo Mercado to make his international debut. Sergio Ramos away. Cleared by Capdevilla. Not very far though. This is Danny. Fernandez. Just nudged forward but very accurately to Danny. There's no flag here. Could have been fought. Almeida from a tightish angle. Just couldn't quite wrap his foot round it. Suspicion of offside about it, but flag stayed down. Well, here comes the change. And in fact, I think it is Almeida going off. No, it's not. It's Nani. So a big moment for Paulo Mercado. His first appearance for his country, plays at Toulouse in France. It's an attacking midfielder. Nani's played well tonight. Most Portuguese players have. Well, in American football they call it the 2-minute warning, but there is surely no way back here for Spain. Just cozied back by Sergio Ramos. Fabregas. Forward by Moutinho. Into Torres. Certainly shown no ill effects from his injury picked up at the weekend. Here's Casillas for Capdevila. Portugal determined to keep a clean sheet here. Well defended by Pereira. Moutinho comes across the cover. Well, nowhere near a full house, but the Portuguese fans who have turned up tonight have been richly rewarded. Not just with a victory for their side, but also some tremendously entertaining football from both sides. Cross was overhit. Retrieved by Torres. Fernandes. Nice play again from Portugal, but Fernandes overran it. Managed to win it back though, as we move into time added on. Nani. Basinwa. Nani again has been involved in everything since he came on. Here's Casillas. Well, nice little ones who almost saw Torres sprinting away. Clear goal kick. Pepe's done well since he came on at half-time. Not his greatest evening, Vicente Del Bosque. He's such a perfectionist, even though it's only a friendly. He will not be happy about being on the wrong end of a 3-0 scoreline. Almeida. Second favourite there. Well, that could have got anywhere. He couldn't pick it up, Casillas. We didn't think he could. Here's Nani. It wasn't a deliberate back pass, so I don't think the referee would have penalised him, but he didn't want to take the chance. Moutinho. Fabregas. Torres out for Casillas. Fabregas. Capdevila. Handed away by Pepe. We're into the 3rd minute of time added on, and there's no flag here. Almeida's away. He makes it 4. Would you believe it? All over the place again, Spain. And Almeida has crowned a fabulous Portuguese display. They're 4 up against the world champions. It goes from bad to worse for Del Bosque. It was straight through the middle again. They were looking for an offside that never came. He was clearly onside. They were just too high up the pitch. The Spanish defence, a lovely finish. 4-0. It really was calmly done by Almeida, because Casillas was very quickly out to meet him. It's his 12th international goal. Looked up and knew exactly what he wanted to do. Well, he's got a bit of competition for places now, Paulo Bento, as the full-time whistle goes. An astonishing scoreline in Lisbon. 2 goals for Postiga, 1 for Martins, 1 at the end for Almeida. Casillas there beaten 4 times. It's only